My name is Kama Minota. I am a biology teacher and I am going to teach class 11 and 12 biology. Today we are going to do our chapter number 4, that is Animal Kingdom. Okay, we have learned from the previous chapters that according to Harris Whittaker, organisms are classified into 5 kingdoms. First one is the kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, then kingdom Plantae, then kingdom Animalia. Okay, today we are going to do our last one, this one, kingdom Animalia, which is the largest kingdom of all. Okay, we have seen millions of animal species with different structure and forms, but in some point they are similar. Okay, they have some common fundamental features that are quite similar, and based on that similarities, the animals are classified. Okay. Animals are classified, which are the fundamental features, the common fundamental features, namely we can say like this, according to the levels of organization, their symmetry, their presence or absence of body cavity, that is coelom, then their number of presence or absence number of germ layers, okay, their segmentations, their presence or absence of notogot and all that. Okay. First, let's see the levels of organization. Animals are all multicellular, eukaryotic, and they have the mode of nutrition as heterotrophic. Okay, though animals are multicellular, the organization of cells are different. Say, like in case of Porifera, phylum Porifera, let's take example of sponges. Okay, in sponges they are loosely aggregate. Means what? Their specific cells can perform the specific functions separately. Okay, the specific cells can perform the specific functions. Okay, they do not need to compile or form any kind of tissues. The cells itself can perform the functions. So that pattern we term it as the levels of organization, as cellular level of organization. Okay, then in next level we can see like this, like in phylum Coelenterata or Ctenophora. Okay, we see some kind of tissue levels of organization. Like we have seen in the cellular level of organization that single cells can perform the specific functions. But here in tissue level organization, these cells are grouped together to form the tissues which perform the specific functions. And this pattern we term as the tissue level of organization. That was in case of Coelenterates or Ctenophora phylum. Okay. Next, it's this level of organization little bit higher now. In case of higher phyla like Platyhelminths, we see the organ system level of organization. Okay. Here, what happened? Tissues are grouped together to form organs. This specialized organ perform a specific function here. Okay, so such pattern, in which some pattern in which the tissues compile to form organs and organs performing a specific function, we term as that one as the organ level of organization. Okay. After that, let's see, mostly found in higher phyla, invertebrates also, invertebrates mostly like Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordates and even chordates, they found this this organ system level of organization, a little bit higher than the organs level of organization, that is organ system levels of organization. Here, they do what? Even though they form a organ system level of organization, they have different patterns of complexities. Okay, so like example we can cite like this. In case of Platyhelminths, that is flatworms, there is a single opening. I mean, in digestive system there is only a single opening which serves both as the mouth and anus. That is, we term it as the incomplete digestive system, okay, that we found in Platyhelminths. Next is symmetry. So find some organisms having asymmetrical symmetry. Symmetrical or they have the manade haiba. When any plane amana form the organisms like sponges kumbada laurosika. Sponges kumbada di kadog habada magi body to any angle any plane chingmatam dasu makugi half to similar oiroiba. That we term it as the asymmetrical one. Okay, so that's about the symmetry. According to symmetry, we can classify organisms into what? asymmetrical organisms haibadi takai khadokda manadraba any plane may far khai mata manadraba then mathangda radial symmetry haibadi center far any angle lagi koina plane ama far matamda loina manaba ko mathangda kari bilateral symmetry haibadi bi haibadi ani na any koina single plane yat matamda nakan ani manaba sibu koina bilateral symmetry ko so bilateral is am most common oi ko that's about the symmetry mathangda yeng si ko next according to the presence or absence of coelom. I mentioned a word here, coelom. So actually what is coelom? Coelom haidi karino. Coelom is nothing but the internal space, a hoba, cavity emaniko. Kraidaleba between the gut wall and the body wall. Body wall do gut wall martaleba ahang space to bokuna coelom koeba. Mostly lined by the mesoderm. Mesoderm line toba ahang space cavity do bunya coelom harise. And accordingly, what happened? We can classify the organisms into 3 types. They are coelomates, acoelomates, and pseudocoelomates. Coelomates have the coelomates have the those organisms having coelom. Those organisms having coeloms are known as coelomates. Then again, acoelomates those organisms in which coelom is absent. Acoelomates organism there is absence of coelom. Okay, apart from these two, when the pseudocoelomates in pseudocoelomates what happens? Pseudo have the false happening. Pseudom nataba haibgumana same because pseudom nataba. When around I have mentioned just now that coelom is what? A cavity between the body wall and gut wall lined by the mesoderm. The mesoderm they form pouches. And pouches on the form taraga mesoderms the line taraga pouches on the form taraga masagi man scatter taraga laidone cavities nataba cavities macha on the scatter to laidabina we term such kind of animals possessing such kind of coelom we term it as the pseudocoelomates haina kawuni that's about the body cavity or coelom. Okay, adu hariba pseudocoelomates amana Eschyl helminths ngam phangi ko Eschyl helminths have phylum ama lerakani ko koina worms round worms kum yaw mayam do adu ida yamba phangani hariba pseudocoelomates am specific oi ko haidi question je hangba yaw ko like madi tongan banina habidi in which type of organism or phylum this pseudocoelomates are found can hangba yaw go that time you have to answer that one as Eschyl helminths ko round worm sing do. Next, according to the number of germ layers organisms they classify according to germ layers have the embryonic development layer mainly mention to say term here we term ectoderm have the mapan outermost layer ectoderm then endoderm manung layer endoderm and in between these two there is a layer called mesoderm. Ectoderm, mesoderm, and ectoderm. And accordingly, we classify the organisms into dipoblastic animals and tripoblastic animals. So here let's see dipoblastic in coelenterate coelenterate ayam phangi dipoblastic form of germ layer leibasi kamai to ge matamda dai habni ani habna hosiki hariba ectoderm duga endoderm duga phangani ba sigi layers mogi embryonic stage matamda mogi development matamda hariba layer ani se phangani aduga moi se marak da mesoderm leite haraga so koina manung da cavity amal leiba undifferentiated layer amal legeni that undifferentiated layer we term it as the mesoglia. MESOGLEA mesoglia haina koina term togani that undifferentiated layer dubu that's about the dipoblastic organisms or animals. Okay, so here again triploblastic here tri haidikano ahum natra so here tripoblastic have the 3 germ layers label dubu ne koina tripoblastic animals characteristic. So here mostly in platyhelminths the Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata so even chordates also sigi tripoblastic germ layers in the fungani mogi embryonic stage matamda habidi in such kind of tripoblastic animal what happened there is presence of 3 layers that is ectoderm, endoderm, and in between these two what mesoderm. Then again we can classify the organisms according to the presence or absence of notochord. Notochord, I think we have used this word before also. Notochord class notochord it's a rod like structure ko matum taba road like structure ni kai da phangba on the dorsal region ko dorsal body amagi dorsal sang side ta phangani ko mostly in the embryonic development stage ta and again derived from mesoderm ko mesoderm deki derived tauba kaidoba then road like structure leiba ko then what present where on the dorsal side of the body aduga mainly kai found to ba when kan find to hai tadi during the embryonic stage development matam da khoi si myam se urani bu ko hariba sibu khoi na kai ba notochord hana khangnei ba so again we can classify organisms on the basis of presence or absence of this notochord. Okay, so here those organisms in which notochords are present we term it as the chordates. Chordates hana khanagani. Then again, and those organisms in which notochord is absent, we term it as the non-chordates. Chordates, non-chordates, the chordates we can further classify as vertebrata, invertebrata according to the formation of vertebral column or not. Other like any basis, notochord ki basis is animals they classify to VI, chordates and non-chordates. Okay. In some organisms, we can see the formation of segments, both externally and internally. So, in case of some animals like annelids, segments 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 in each segments serial repetition of organs, appendages those organisms which exhibit such kind of segmentation metameric segmentation and this phenomenon itself is known as the metamerism. So that's end for today's class. Let's meet in next class.